beautiful, lovely souls. So I'm starting to recognize that I'm overworking, you know. I like how that feel. I like how that feel. So for today, this will be the last video I put up. But there's it's a 3 power pick a card, things of that nature. But I just really felt led to put out a couple of videos, and my spirit team and my body is saying, don't put out any more after. This is going to be just enough for what you need. You know, so I just... Anyways, I picked the cards. I already like pre-shuffled them, but I didn't actually pick like what's the title about, what's the subject for this 3 power pick a card. Okay, but we just pulled one, and we are blessed with the Jack of Clubs in blue. So the energy here, let's break this down. This is the title, well, the overall energy of the reading. Love bombing. Like, how are you alchemizing the love bombing that you have experienced? So, in this time, you know, all forms of narcissistic abuse are starting to surface if you're watching this. And one of the biggest ones is love bombing. Love bombing can get anyone off guard if they're not aware of the terminology. And love bombing is, you know, when one, let me find a good way to, when someone deceives another for personal gain. So it's like, let's say I pick up on the fact that you have a vulnerability of certain things, and there's no reason, I saw 222. There's no reason I should be trying to exploit your vulnerabilities. I have vulnerabilities. So do you know how sociopathic it is for me to target your vulnerabilities, and I have vulnerabilities, and for me to act as if I don't have any vulnerabilities, right? But instead of me coming out to you and saying, hey, my intention is to use, abuse, and exploit you for my personal gain, I start saying, you know, anything that I feel will help me connect with you. So I start mirroring to you your good qualities, but I already have intentions of how to break down your self-esteem based of how you respond and react to me, you know, promising you certain things that I'm not actually capable of doing. And this love bombing will keep someone in a toxic cycle with a narcissist, because they'll be thinking, even if it's your parents or a cousin or anything like that, they'll be thinking things will get better, we're going to have a better life. But literally, this narcissist is using the love bombing just to do the binding so that you will, you know, feel some sort of guilt and shame for laying down boundaries with them, for being honest with them, for calling them out on their bullshit. So what I guess the purpose of this reading, 345, angel number. You know, whenever that phone falls, I take it as, okay, you know what, there's a message. So, the purpose of this reading is, how has the experience of being love bombed helped you in your everyday life? Now, it's all about how we word these things, because we could look at this as, I'm angry at the love bombing, I want to get revenge, you know, I deserve better. But this is going to keep us in a toxic cycle of resentment, which keeps us connected to the trauma bonds that's connected to love bombing. And what I'm starting to pick up is that love bombing always starts out, you know, trauma always starts out in the form of deception. And love bombing is one of the biggest deception tools that has been invented into mankind. You could literally have people be extremely nice to you during a job interview. They'll say they'll do this and that. And then you'll get on the job, you'll be disrespected, you ask for a raise, even if you're worthy of a raise. And they'll be like, no, that's not something we can do. And you're like, but you agreed that we would be able to do this. Well, we just, and the love, what happens for love bombing, gaslighting, gang stalking, trying to create a reputation for you that isn't yours. Basically, what I'm feeling like is narcissists have gotten so big headed, they think that they can come in and basically distort your Akashic records. Okay, so to end this, well, I'm going to give an example. Imagine I see you're something I would like to have an interaction with. There's something about you that I like, but I understand that if I show my true colors to you, you're going to deny me. So I'm going to get you hooked, with love bombing and say whatever it is I think that you need based off of a trauma from childhood experience. And even though I can clearly see there's someone else out there for you, I want what I want by any means necessary. So I start lying to you and making you promises that isn't true. This is the kind of narcissistic abuse that shows up years later, and you start to realize, dear God, I have basically, been choosing partners based off of love bombing. And so when you start to realize this, you start to realize I don't mind being patient for someone who doesn't have to lie to me to get my goddamn attention. So without further ado, and I just shouldn't have said goddamn attention, with my God is blessed attention. So without further ado, how is the experience of love bombing helping you in your everyday life? Okay, come on. Okay. Cuddles is here. Cuddles gonna do what Cuddles want to do. I'm at peace with that. So we have 3 pals, and if you're still here for that beautiful, beautiful introduction, go ahead, baby. All right. So pal 1 is starting at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Hey, beautiful pal 1, your pal is starting at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So the overall energy marking your reading is healing earth. Yes. So how is being love bombed? Go ahead. If any of the messages stand out to you, you guys take what resonates. But healing earth. So love bombing. I feel as if the love bombing has made you to be mindful of how you treat your home. That was super cool, bro. Yeah, I believe when I say home, I mean earth. I feel as if you understand that if you mistreat your home, you understand that there's going to be dire consequences. Like, imagine if you're consistently, sweet talking the rent office people. Oh my gosh, I'll pay it next week. I'll pay it next month. But you're not actually doing the physical work to get the money. So all they're literally seeing is talk, right? This is love bombing. And eventually, if the rent office is crooked, they're going to be like, okay, so you obviously don't have the money. We don't care if you have kids. We don't care what you got. We are about to just get rid of you and everything, okay? So side note of karma, somebody from your past is about to be evicted, okay? Just wanted you guys to know that. So we're going to... little one... Please let me finish the reading before you crawl on the... Thank you. No, you didn't do anything wrong either. It's just in this moment, I just wanted to finish the reading. It's just different. Every moment's different, baby. Just in this moment, I just wanted to finish. You wanted to do something different. Okay. But anywho, we'll go talking to Cuddles. So basically, the overall energy of how love bombing has helped you in your everyday life. You're very kind to Mother Gaia, and so Mother Gaia is kind to you. She likes to bless you with things that will bring your heart joy. And now we have these 3 cards. I didn't look at them. We have 2 oracles and a tarot. The tarot we have here is Nine of Pentacles. Okay, this is really cool. We also have Archangel Ariel, guardian of the earth. Yeah, so love bombing has helped you become very aware of how you treat Mother Gaia. And because you're bringing awareness of how Mother Gaia is being treated or not being treated well, Mother Gaia is blessing you with material abundance. And you're being blessed with material abundance, Power One, because you're not going to harm. Please do not jump on this table. Go redirect. Go find, redirect my love button. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, if you, 1111, a portal just opened for you guys too. But Mother Gaia knows that blessing you with material abundance is not going to be a bad investment, because instead of you making financial decisions based off of your ego, if you were in your lower self, you're going to be mindful. How can I give back to Mother Gaia? So everything that you're blessed with, you're going to be raising awareness on healing Mother Gaia and respecting Mother Gaia. And because of it, you're going to have an unending wealth. And this is in reverse, but it's creating new habits. I am strong enough to turn bad practices into good habits. I am the creator of my life. And with this being in reverse, what I'm picking up here is during the most difficult times where you had no energy, due to... do not jump up here. I see where you're going with that. Don't do it. Redirect, young lady. Or go in here. Basically what I'm picking up, Power One, during the worst of times, you could have been very toxic. Please do not do that. I know exactly what you're doing. In fact, what we're going to do right now, you didn't do anything wrong. I'll come back, Power One. You didn't do anything wrong. We just about to go put you in your, enjoy the peace and quiet. Mommy's going to finish this video, and then I will open this and come out. So just enjoy the time to just, okay? All right, so beautiful Power One. So during 1313, during some very difficult times due to advanced spiritual warfare, and notice I said advanced spiritual warfare. Power One, you guys didn't get the spiritual warfare where it's just like a little bit and then it's done. You guys got the advanced spiritual warfare. You had people trying to destroy you from inside out in every way possible at all times. You have defied the odds. And when you were going through that, as difficult as it was, you weren't able to relax. You weren't able to get a peace of mind. And yet, even when you had mental confusion, you still were kind to Mother Gaia. And because of this, Mother Gaia views you as worthy of receiving this abundance. And so, how has and gaslighting came to mind? It's like, Power One, you experienced so much severe gaslighting. You had people who wanted to exploit you financially in the worst of ways. That young lady, go ahead. I'm going to keep talking, but that is time for you to just simply enjoy your space. And I'm not going to repeat myself. After I finish this video, I will let you out. Because it is anxiety ridden for me to keep repeating myself. And I understand that where you're at right now, you're still learning. So if you don't hear me say anything back, it's not because you did anything bad or I'm isolating you. I'm simply, honestly, working on not having anxiety or panic attacks, my love. This is why I explain things in a simple manner. So express yourself authentically, speak how you must, but that does not mean I'm over here abusing you by isolating you. I'm simply just saying I need some time to myself for 5 to 10 minutes, young lady. Now, Power One, you might be a parent, animal parent, even children, and I really feel like in your reading, how has narcissistic abuse in the form of gaslighting while being love bombed impacted your daily life? It has made it so you are an excellent communicator with your children. Your children feel safe to be themselves, and you have a way of communicating with your children that expands their mental, so they do not get caught up in confusion the way others can do things. Okay, so you have very enlightened children. And without further ado, we're going to end the reading here. Pal 2 is starting at 16 minutes and 45 seconds. Welcome, Pal 2. Your pal is starting at 16 minutes and 45 seconds. And the overall energy marking your reading is I pray for those who exploit sensitivities. So you are in a very high vibrational, Pal 2, because I feel as if you're doing a huge purging where you're releasing resentment of energy vampires, narcissists, and sociopaths who have targeted you and went above and beyond to covertly hide it. However, that's not being hidden anymore. All of it is being revealed in a very public way. So yeah, but so what I'm connecting the gas. Okay, so there's a lot of gaslighting going on in these pals. There's so much gaslighting going on that if it really came to the public, how much gaslighting you experienced, you would be like you would be deemed a walking miracle, because if people only understood how much gaslighting you experienced, Pal 2, and it's a lot. It's so much, Pal 2, that if you actually shared your experience, whatever business you would start, people would invest into it, because you overcoming gaslighting in the worst of ways, Pal 2, will show people, shit, that person been through hell and back and they still going, fuck it, I'm gonna get up and do something. We have the star card here. So your experience with love bombing, it teaches you how to connect with yourself. The Aquarius energy is misinterpreted by individuals who are codependent, by individuals who are narcissistic, by individuals who are very psychologically damaging to others. The energy of an Aquarius will rub a narcissist, a sociopath wrong, because Aquarius is just be knowing shit. You know what I'm saying? Aquariuses are very selective about who they choose to share their energy with. And the Aquarius energy is so healing that narcissists love Aquarius energy. If you have any Aquarius energy in your chart, they will target you, and their way of targeting you is to break you down from inside out. And one of the ways Aquariuses are targeted, they are called crazy, while individuals are actively stealing their creative property. Okay? Basically, the number one way to get under an Aquarius's skin, or it was, is to call an Aquarius crazy. And most narcissists call Aquarius crazy because they want to be healed. So if you have any Aquarius in your chart, you might notice you may attract people who try to dim your light, because an Aquarius who is in their full power, Power 2 will become very well known for doing something that helps humanity. And so you may have attracted narcissists who wanted to be deemed a hero. You may have attracted narcissists who wanted to be viewed in such a high light, but what they wanted to do with this fame and fortune was very selfish. Okay? With honoring my inner light, the times when I let my brightness dim are over. I fully honor my inner light. We were talking about an Aquarius energy, where if an Aquarius, gets to the point where they don't give a flying fuck, they become well known. Some would say famous. And with this card here, you're not dimming your light anymore. So how has being love bombed impacted your life? You are no longer allowing people who do not even know their worth to negatively impact your self-worth, okay? And then with Archangel Metatron, spiritual power here. With this purple, you are definitely connected to the ethereal realm. You are kind of like, and there's going to be a part 2 of this video. You are definitely evolving spiritually. So what's so beautiful about you, Power 2, is you are not allowing love bombing to disconnect you from your spiritual path. Because a lot of narcissists, sociopaths, and energy vampires will go above and beyond to disconnect you from your spiritual abilities so that they can psychically attack you and then gaslight you. And then when you start expressing symptoms of the spell work, if it's working, they'll go real quick and say, something's not right with Power 2. And so you're being protected from that, because what I'm picking up, you are so potently powerful. You have had people start wars with you back to 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 back. That's being put to an end, okay? And with this sacred geometry, the way this warfare is being put to an end is quite interesting. Sacred geometry is involved in it. Interesting, right, Power 2? So, to sum up your reading, how is love bombing helping you in your everyday life? It's helping you to be able to trust your emotions. Because I feel like with all the love bombing that you have experienced, it's easy for you to become indecisive, and you're possibly in a period where you're learning to trust yourself no matter how hard it gets. Because you have experienced so much love bombing, you might go back and forth with letting toxic cycles continue in your life. And I feel like you're just and those toxic cycles dim your light. So I feel like you're trusting the process of taking time to understand your emotions before you decide to share that beautiful vulnerability of yourself with another. But I'm also picking up that you're not going to, stop being vulnerable. How to, I just feel like you're going to be much more wiser with how you express your vulnerabilities with others, okay? And very selective, like the Aquarius energy. It's going to be very healing for you. We're going to cleanse the energy and we'll go to Power 3. You know, you guys, what I'm really enjoying about these readings, though, is that like I'll have a topic that's surface level, and spirit will take me right to the root of it. I know, like, when I start this reading, I wanted to do what are you being blessed with for not giving into your anger, you know, and things like that. But then it took a whole deeper route where we started talking about love bombing. And what if you're still here watching this, love bombing and anger is connected, because you can have a lot of anger for someone making you false promises, and then you kind of just like, okay, shit, I wanted to have that with that person. And if you're dealing with people who have called you spiritual warfare to keep you from living a good life, you may have felt that you can't have a good life. But I feel if you're watching this video, all the broken promises that people who couldn't, you know, manifest these things themselves and thought they had to use you to manifest it, you're manifesting these things in your own life without others interfering. And these people are being forced to watch you manifest the things that they promised you. Okay? And they have no association with it, you know? All right. So I'm gonna be right back. That's some cold energy, bro. Oh, so my heater went. It went.